Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TNA Slammiversary 2021 review. So, Slammiversary? Well, to be honest ladies and gentlemen, it is boiling in the UK. Where I currently am, it's 22 degrees Celsius. It is bloody hot. So I thought, screw it, Slammiversary's tonight. We've got Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan in a no DQ match happening tonight. So, screw it. Let's watch TNA Slammiversary. So I don't know any of the storylines. I'm going into this with a fresh pair of eyes. So let's see how it goes. So let's have a look at our opening package and our first contest. So we've just had a fucking hour-long pre-show, and 43 minutes of it was fucking talking. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, it builds up the history of Slammiversary and TNA, and builds up the main event, but fuck me, can you at least tell me it's going to be a fucking pre-show? So now we're going to have the Women's Knockouts Tag Team Championship matchup, so let's have a look at this. So, I'm going to be using Wikipedia just for the first matchup. I do apologise, guys. So we just had Fire and Flavor, Kira Hogan and Tasha Steeles taking on Havoc and Rosemary with Decay. This was a fun little pre-show match, I'll admit. Very entertaining. Not a massive fan of the twerking from Fire and Flavor, I'll admit. I'm not a fan of that, as you know, personal taste. But I have to admit, I enjoyed the tag team work with these two, Fire and Flavor, and especially when I believe it was Tasha who did a springboard move onto Rosemary on the outside. I thought that was very impressive. I have to admit that, you know, Fire and Flavor did look like stars. Rosemary I know from way back in the day when I used to watch Impact Wrestling, and Havoc, not really known who she is, but you know, this was a quick match, but you know, they got all the spots in and it was very entertaining, I have to admit that. And the commentary team of Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown, I have to admit, I kind of like. I think it was really good. Matt Striker is he's been brilliant since he's left WWE personally. He was brilliant in Lucha Underground, I thought. And when I went to a WCPW show back in the day, he did commentary one time, and I thought he was really good there. D'Lo Brown, yeah, you know, he's really good as the play-by-play guy. They've both been in the ring before, so it's understandable that they would have work like that. So, very entertaining. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the show. If we don't have a fucking hour-long promo to begin with, so let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. So, we just had the Ultimate X match, and oh my god, was this fucking amazing. This was nuts. Okay, so I am going to need my notes again. I do apologise about this, ladies and gentlemen. So, we had the champion Josh Alexander, Petey Williams, Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Raju. This was fucking nuts. This was an amazing opening contest. Just some of the stuff these guys did was mental as fuck. I can't go over it because it was just insane on how good this was. It was entertaining. It was high flying. Even Rahid did a lot of entertaining stuff. He never used the ladder. On God, he never used the ladder. But he was just entertaining and funny. Chris Bay was fucking amazing. Josh Alexander retains the belt after a tug of war with Chris Bay. Ace Austin tried to grab the belt out of mid-air. They just pulled it up and was just like, fuck you, Austin. It was brilliant. But Josh Alexander wins the match and retains the belt. This was a fucking amazing opening contest. And I have to admit, I think a friend of mine named Declan would definitely enjoy this. Shout out to you, Dec. Love you to bits, mate. So let's carry on with the show. We just have to run down of the card, and we've now got Don Callis talking. Fucking yay. Okay, so we just had Brian Myers and Tennille Dashwood, better known as Emma in WWE, versus Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder in WWE, and Chelsea Green. So I thought Chelsea Green's injury to her arm would not allow her to compete in this ring, in wrestling for a little bit. But apparently it's allowed. This was entertaining. I mean, it's one of those weird things in life where it's like, is this going to work? But if you stay professional, then yeah, it can work, to a point. it was actually a very entertaining matchup between these four people. Obviously, Myers and Ryder and and Chelsea Green are all together with the Wrestling Figures podcast. But I mean, when professional, it's professional at the end of the day. You gotta do your job and shit like that. But this was very entertaining at the end of the day. Enjoyed Chelsea Green. Didn't do too much, obviously, with Cass, but it was used as a low blow to get the unprettier and the win for Cardona and Green. This is Chelsea Green's return to Impact Wrestling. She was in Impact Wrestling a while ago, I believe, before she joined WWE. But yeah, this was entertaining. It was a fun matchup, and yeah, nothing wrong with it. So now we've got we've got the former Big Cass in WWE taking on Eddie Edwards now. So looking forward to this one. I enjoy seeing Big Cass in WWE. Thought he was good. So let's see how he's improved in the ring. So we just had W Morrisey versus Eddie Edwards, and kind of know about this. I was impressed by W Morrisey. He's improved a lot since his WWE release. I know he's had troubles in the past. Looks like he's past them, which is a very good thing. Congratulations to him. And this match was very, very good. It was entertaining. It was really good as well. W Morrisey gets the win with the jackknife powerbomb. I don't know what they called it. I can't remember what they called it, unfortunately. But it was a good matchup between these two, and very entertaining. And now we've got Moose talking about Chris Saban. Chris Saban versus Moose. I would have liked it to see the Morrissey Machine Guns return, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen today. But ladies and gentlemen, Moose versus Chris Saban. This should be a good match, so let's get to it. So we just had an impromptu tag team match. Finn Juice, David Finlay and Juice Robinson making their return to Impact Wrestling. Taking on and defeating Shearer and Madman Fulton in a impromptu tag team match. It was quick and to the point. It was to set up Finn Juice's return. Shearer and Madman Fulton are on opposite sides, so they couldn't get on in the match, and basically that cost them the win, obviously. It was a fun, quick tag team matchup, and yeah, it was entertaining. So now, guys, we have Sabin versus Moose. Let's watch this one. So we just had Moose versus Chris Saban, and hail Sabin! This was a fun matchup between these two. It was the David versus Goliath Montreal, but this was entertaining. This was really fun. Moose looked like a fucking star in this match, and Saban gets the roll up and the win, and Moose doesn't really lose anything from this. It was really fucking good. It was a great contest. The bloody chops and the athleticism of Moose is impressive. And also, cameo from Sean Ross Sapp. Fuck yeah, I like Sean Ross Sapp. So yeah, it's a win-win-win for me. This was really good. Again, entertaining and just brilliant. Just having a re-watch of the Decay winning the Knockout Tag Team Championships from earlier tonight. And we're getting a promo from the girls involved. So we'll see what our next matchup is. It's either the tag match or the women's championship match, so either or. So we just had the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Violent by Design. It was Joe Doran and Rhino defending the belts against Rich Swann and Willie Mack. The Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, and Falabar and No Way! Better known as No Way Jose in WWE. This was an entertaining Fatal 4-Way matchup. Really good, actually. Very high-paced matchup. No Way Jose did get a big pop, actually. It was very entertaining. And yeah, the match gelled a lot. Magic Killer gets the win for the Good Brothers against Mr. Doran. But yeah, it was just one of these matches that it was good. And it was very, very entertaining to watch and just see that these teams could work really well together. I wish it was TJP in the match, but that can't be helped. It's one of those things. But a debuting No Way, yeah, okay, that's really cool. And now we are going to have, my apologies, Perazzo, the women's champion, taking on a mystery opponent. I'm going to have a guess now. It's going to be Mickie James. I'm going to have a guess. So yeah, let's find out who it is. So we just have Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. Fuck yes. Okay, I am very happy with Thunder Rosa. I genuinely thought it'd be Mickie James. This was a bloody good matchup. I gotta admit, I was entertained as hell by this. Thunder Rosa got a lot of offense in this match to obviously show a new fan, and obviously Mickie James is now back. I knew Mickie James would be here, but she wasn't in the match, but she was in the. She's about to do a promo with Purrazzo, so obviously, very surprising to see Mickie James back. I genuinely did not say that. I've not seen any of Impact Wrestling before until this show, so Mickie James being back, thumbs up. But again, this match was brilliant. It was a fun, entertaining matchup, and I'm very happy I saw it. And Thunder Rosa being the person, fuck yes. Definitely, I have to admit, this was better than the a couple of the. This was better than Moose versus Chris Saban and Big Cass versus Eddie Edwards. I thought personally. So here we go. So Mickie James comes out and basically says to Purrazzo, "Hey, why don't you come to NWA Empowered? Because I'm one of the EVPs of the show." You know, Purrazzo with NWA, I think that would be pretty cool actually. But you know, basically Purrazzo makes a joke about her getting a trash bag and getting out of her ring, and a slap, and then another slap, and then boom, super kick straight to the face. Very entertaining. Are we going to see Mickie James versus Purrazzo for the Knockouts Championship? Bloody hope so, ladies and gentlemen. So now our main event, no DQ, Sami Callihan versus Kenny Omega. Let's do this. Well, that was entertaining. So we just had Sami Callihan versus Kenny Omega in a entertaining main event, no DQ match. Everything was used: tables, barbed wire, chair, trash cans. Sorry about that, guys. Everything was used. It was an amazing match, and Kenny wins with the V trigger and the one winged angel. Then Jay White debuted. Holy shit, Jay White debuted. Then as soon as I feel like Juice was about to run to the ring, all of a sudden my fucking feed cut out. Oh, you son of a... Oh, man! Main event was a great match, and then all of a sudden the fucking feed cut out. I was like, you bastards! I couldn't believe it. I mean, Jay White in TNA, in Impact Wrestling. Fucking hell, I cannot wait for that. Just bloody... Okay, this was a great show. I will admit that. Bar this bullshit. This is bollocks. But, man, Jay White in TNA, in Impact Wrestling. Holy shit. That is nuts. That is nuts to think about. So, what did I think of the show overall? Great show. Nothing really a fault here. It was a brilliant show, and I have to admit, for their 21st anniversary, it was really good. 19th anniversary, my apologies. 19th anniversary, it was a great show. Cannot fault it. The match of the night has to be Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. I think that was a really good matchup. Exhibition match was great as well. All the matches were okay. All the matches were either good, great, or awesome. Really great show. They pulled it out of the park. Fans helped it. It was a great show. So guys, thank you very much for watching this bonus episode for you guys and bonus video. I will see you tomorrow night for Money in the Bank. Oh god. See you then.